What is democracy for you?
Democracy is an idea. The way that we know it is practically through the way that it is organized in our countries. There are very different variations about the way that democracy functions in Europe, for example, in other continents like Africa, Australia, and so on. But I believe that democracy is about human rights, the freedom of expression, and also it's about empowering people and making them aware that they are free and that they can do whatever they want in their societies and they can work in order to improve their society. So democracy is a process, and in this sense it's an unfinished process. It's always changing and it's always improving, and I hope that democracy will be much more functional in a few years, so that we can move from a concept where where citizens are only participating in the system. They can also contribute and they can be more active, so that we go through the active citizenship participation in the democracy political system.
How would you evaluate the situation of democracy, human rights and freedom of expression in your country?
Well, this is a very good question, because actually I come from Albania. It's a very small country that is located in the southeast of Europe. It has only 3.5 million inhabitants, and my country, we have lacked the freedom of expression and human rights, especially during the communist period. There was a time after the Second World War where Albania was under the communist political influence system, and people were very much isolated, so that they could not tell and they could not express themselves freely and tell the things and work the way they wanted to work and do the things they wanted to do. So, but after the 90s and until now, Albania is actually a consolidated democracy, which means that the country has been working and improving a lot in terms of building the new state, and also providing human rights, freedom of expression, which are, I would say, I would evaluate it as a medium and upper medium right now. So people, in general, people in my country, they feel free to say whatever they want to say, and they can also feel free to do the things they want to do and to achieve the things they want to achieve in life. But in terms of human rights are very much respected, rights of minorities as well, or the immigrants or other people and communities, languages and different cultures that live in my country. Although the country itself is very national oriented, so 99% of the people living in the country are Albanians, and they speak one language, and they are very much identified with these nationalistic feelings. Still, foreigners and other people that come to the country, they feel very much integrated and very much welcome.
So how could democracy be improved through introducing new tools?
Well, actually, I've had through the discussions today with Professor Chantal Mouffe. She introduced a very interesting concept, which was the agnostic democracy, and I'm very much in favor of it. The agnostic democracy is about providing new spaces for leaders and also for promoting the active citizenship. The agnostic democracy is the way that people or interests or people and groups into societies, they organize themselves so that they can express what their interests, and they can voice their interests. So I'm very much in favor of that. I'm very much in favor of for example, of social movements, of protests, and all these forms of non-conventional let's say, that are unconventional, and they are out of the system, so that they want to transform and to bring new and positive change into the system. And I believe that there should be many much more tools that should be introduced into democracy in order to improve that.
Oh, and finally, could you tell me more about yourself, what you do, and what qualities do you have that can improve democracy in your country?
This is a very good question. I'm a PhD student in political science at the University of Antwerp in Belgium, living currently. I believe that I have very good leadership qualities, communication skills, and moreover, I'm a hard-working young person, so that they could be really contributing to building democracy and improving my country in the future. So I believe that overall, young people nowadays, they have all the right skills and the right leadership skills that are needed in order to make positive change and to be also on top of the leadership, in their countries. That's in general.
Where do you see yourself in the next 20 years?
This is also a very good question. In 20 years, I hope that I would have gone much further. I hope that I would have developed my personality and my leadership skills more. I know that I would be definitely doing good things in order to improve the situation of democracy in my country or internationally. And I also know that I might be possibly one of the future leaders in Europe or in my country as well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.